Hey, it's Steve Sparky Pfeiffer out here at Van Horn Hyundai in Sheboygan. Now, we've talked about painting cars, we've talked about selling cars, we've talked about electric cars, we've talked about all kinds of things. Now, we're going to talk about cleaning the car. Not just you cleaning the car, we're talking about detailing the car. Now, really, how hard could detailing a car be, right? You could do it, I can do it, anybody could probably do it. It's no problem whatsoever. We might be wrong. All right, so give us an idea, Steve. How does this work? So let's say you get a car from auction, you get a used car. It's dirty, it's filthy. How does the process begin with you guys once you get the car?
Generally, we wash the vehicle first. So we bring it in, pop the engine bay, start degreasing everything, spraying the wheels down, getting the lower valances of the car that are packed with salt, dirt, mud, all that stuff. And that begins the wash process. So the next step after you've gotten the complete vehicle washed and dried is you'd bring it over into what we call the dry bay, and you open up all the doors, you wipe down all the door jambs, get the gunk, get the grease, get the dirt that's left behind that you couldn't get during the wash. And then you would pull the floor mats, clean them, get them, and then you would start the interior of the car, the rest of the interior of the car.
All right, so now we're inside the car. The car's washed, outside's done, floor mats are out. They're starting to spray now the inside. So what's the next step? When do we get to shampooing this bad boy?
So the first thing that we do when we clean a car is we attack the vinyl. You work top down. So we would want to start with the door. Some people start inside out. It doesn't really matter. Everybody has their own processes, but we clean the vinyl, we clean the vents, we clean the blinkers, the wiper shifters, all that. We get in the cracks and the crevices here. You know, really make this car look brand new, or as new as we can make it look.
And then how long does that whole process take?
It depends. You know, if it's a fairly decent car, you're talking 2-3 hours total on the interior. If it's a not so decent car, you're talking 4 or 5 hours.
So we're in the wintertime right now, right? I don't know about you, but I know me. I got like salt stains and salt clusters and everything else on the floor. All of that comes out, I'm assuming.
Yes, it does.
See, that's pretty cool, because normally you see those salt stains and you're trying your best, and you can't get it out. These guys, these detailers, they get it out for you. So that's done. Interior, what about like the roof and all of this area up here? How does this all work?
So the headliner is the same exact thing. You're gonna be using an all-purpose cleaner, a rag,
a brush,
and an air gun if need be, and you're gonna spray it. You're gonna scrub it just like you would scrub a carpet or scrub a seat, and it's the exact same process.
Exact same process.
Exact same process.
So once you get done on the inside, you've got the outside done. Is there like one last final inspection that you guys do as far as a walkthrough, like a checkpoint list or something?
Yes, we absolutely have a checklist that we go through rigorously every time to make sure that these cars go out the way they're supposed to look.
One thing that you and I were talking about is pet hair, Steve, in a car. I try and I try and I try to get the dog hair out of my car. I can't get it out. So I can't get it out. Surely you're not going to be able to get it out.
Well, actually, in the detail industry, we make special tools. You have what's called a pet rock or a lily brush that will help you pull the dog hair out of the fibers of the car and will make it easier for you to remove the pet hair, so you're not sitting there struggling constantly trying to remove pet hair from your vehicle. One of the most disgusting things that I can remember personally, a few years ago we had a older Camry in our detail shop, and we couldn't figure out the smell. We hunted it down, we looked everywhere. We finally popped the trunk and we had realized that 2 gallons of milk had been spilled in there in the middle of summer, of all things. It took us weeks to get this smell out. But at the end of the day, we got it out.
See, who has patience? Weeks of having to deal with that. Like, no thank you, I'm out. I don't want to do this. But these guys do it, and they do it so well, and they're on top of it. So they come out here to Van Horn, drive all the way out to Sheboygan, to Hyundai. They put me to work vacuuming out cars like I know what I'm doing. What are some of the cooler things you found in a car, and then maybe 1 or 2 things where you're like, I didn't need to see that today?
Some of the cooler things I found in the car, obviously money. I found $20 bills, $50 bills.
Woo!
Found old iPods in cars. I gotta keep this PG, don't I? Because my mind went to one thing that I found many times and I can't say that.
Hey man, all kidding aside, this was a blast. Getting to see how they detail cars here at Van Horn. Again, it's not like any other dealership that you go to. You bring it in, it may be horrible, right? You may be like, oh my God, they're never gonna be able to get all this stuff out. They're never gonna be able to clean it. But at the end of the day, Steve, you guys deliver, and it's always clean as a whistle.
Absolutely. We aim to strive for perfection or as close to it as we can, and we hope that you enjoyed this video and you check us out.
It really is a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. You bring it in horrible, they deliver it like it's a brand new car at the end of the day. They cover everything. You heard Steve talk about all these different things they check for and clean with all their different tools and chemicals and everything else. So if you can't do at home, they can do for you at Van Horn, and you'll leave with a smile.